before you engage a vendor, there must be 3 or more contractors or vendors. You need to do what? You need to evaluate. You must. And that is what the code of Bureau of that's what it said. So before you engage in it, you must. And again, there's no meeting from no minutes of meeting from management directing us to do that job. And there's no letter for me as a committee to be a committee member. I went to my boss. He said, GM. Then I was just small supervisor. Small supervisor. Then I went to, sir, we are not protected. Look. Okay, let me tell you what's going to happen. I said, sir, why not our junior, let him act as a secretary and write a minute that we met so that all of us can sign that, yes, during our meeting, we have evaluated this vendor. Let him have the job. That was what made me. You know what they told me after? Oh, you escaped insubordination. That is what would have. You know what insubordination is? In those of you who have worked in an organization, what insubordination is? It's a serious boss. We give you a job. That's what they call delivery. So that house I escaped. And when you see me, I come out of public service and be thanking God. Please don't misunderstand me. Thank you very much. So, to run this paper, I want to, the process, like what I put in there, it is important to mention here that there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Every organization differs. So you must domesticate your own process. Your process plan. This paper cut across individual, institutions, and organizations. That's why I put it this way. If it is only individual, I don't have the basis of putting this slide. So what you need to do, organization must design a suit that matches its needs by domesticating its building capacity. Twist your mindset now. We no longer work on best practices. What we work on leading practices. Leading what? Practices. Leading practices is that template that works for your own organization. It's not the one that works for other people. That one may not suit your own organization. So if you want to take that template to implement in your organization, you may go out of business. You may, you will no longer be relevant again. These other ones, go and read it, on-the-job training, meetings, committee assignment, engaging in professional programs, reading or studying articles, financial policy, books, etc. Attending workshop, conferences, training programs, very, very important, even to pastors. I can see many of you here. You need to engage in so many of these programs. Let me quickly run to, let's go to the other page. If you go to the ways of self, you will see some of the things I mentioned there. You see conferences, you see personal development or self-improvement. Some of us in the organization that are waiting for our company to send us. You don't wait for your company. If some of us had waited for our company, we wouldn't be where we are today. But I want to tell you the secret. By the time I finish, my company will now come. And they will pay up everything that I spent. Some of my colleagues dropped. The company initially sponsored to satisfy as a forensic accountant. But 2 of them dropped. I continued. But when I finished, the company celebrated me and also, paid all the money I spent in that program. So please don't need to wait for your company. Don't wait. So whatever you do to improve yourself, please do. There is something I want to mention here. For those in organization, I said training is a development program intended to enhance productivity. This means providing them with all the relevant information, comprehensive skill set, and resources to do their jobs. The purpose of training is to improve one's capability, capacity, productivity, and performance. Training is important such that the idiom, if you cannot train them, don't blame them. Are you hearing me? If you don't train them, don't do what? Don't blame them. If you have a staff, if you have your children, you don't train them, and they're constantly making mistakes, don't blame them. But if you have trained them, you are going to do the corrective, take corrective strategy. So finally, benefits of capacity building. There are numerous. Slide it. All the things, some of the things I mentioned: training, learn, knowledge, skill, coaching, support, development. Now, I mentioned to you that when you define knowledge, you see knowledge, no. Then you take the last four alphabet, H. That L is there, learning. So you can learn, unlearn, and relearn. You drop some ideas. You solve some things you have. So we have so many benefits. Good governance. Good governance will guarantee inclusiveness, equity. Good governance will guarantee participation. Good governance will result to efficiency and effectiveness. Good governance can result to transparency and accountability. Very important. This is what capacity building can give to a person. Organizational success and sustainability. I can also add here adaptability. Then quality decisions. Quality decisions. So if you have built capacity, there's no way you cannot make decision that is very correct to move the organization, to move your family, to move your business forward. So that's one of the needs why you should go for capacity building programs. It will guarantee quality decisions, enforcement of policies, rule of law, regulation, and attitudinal change. The way you think will change. Attitudinal change. The way you handle matters will change. So that's why it's important that you bless this era of knowledge and information. Before I round up, let me leave other things. Let me leave other things. You read it because time has gone. So I want to come to 3 C's. The 3 C's, we have talked so much on capacity, we have talked so much on competence, and you look at the 3 C's. You discover that your ability to perform a task or function, very good. Competencies or your skill level, what they call skill set, very important. But if there is a little comma in your character, it will mar all your efforts. That is why I say attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. So character reflects the consistency of who you are when everyone is looking and when no one is looking. And we also call it integrity. We call it what? That's why you see this. Please, don't do that. You didn't show. No. Go to the next slide. So, that's what we call KYC. Let me tell us, this is final stage. I finished my paper. This final stage is very, very important. And that's why Igbo people now said, Imam Madu, that if for you to get a job, you must know somebody. In this dispensation, it is true. I can tell you why it is true. You know why it is true? Nobody will employ you without getting a guarantor. Is somebody hearing me? Because they don't want somebody with toxic character to come and ruin businesses he has labored over the years and put in place. And somebody will just come and the business will go down because of one. There's one program I handled in Transcorp Hilton on promoting employee engagement to achieve organizational growth and performance. So, that what organization, some organizations do now is to make sure that they have some packages that will attract their staff to stay. Because there's one key staff you will lose and that business will go down. We as professional accountant, we are not only rely on your financial records. We will now look at how many staff had left your organization within that period. We also look at the management. Is there any technical manager that has also left? Very key, very important. So what I'm trying to say here, please go to the next slide. You will see that attitude determines the extent you go, your excellence. Many organization hiring processes have drastically changed to ensure that people with toxic character or attitude are not brought into the system. And some existing employees have been equally shown the way out. For instance, that's what we call KYC. Know your customer. And we call the other one KYE. Know your employee. Also know your employer. Because if you go and work in a 419 company, you have yourself to blame when the law will catch you up. So you need to know the organizations you are also going to work. That also serves as what? Know your what? Employer. So then, the last one I want to tell us, this borders on character. That's why if they're doing everything to make sure they don't bring in somebody with bad behavior, toxic character. Now, what are they doing? That's what they call CDD, customer due diligence. All these things progress on your attitude. Why are they going this route? Why bank, you want to come and place money in their bank, they still carry out this exercise. They will send somebody to check whether the address you say you entered is really your address. They will ask, check the income you say you are earning. So this borders on character. Otherwise, before, nobody asks you for any person to sign a guarantor's work form for you. So this is very important. 3 C's: capacity, competence, and character. So on this note, I want to say thank you very much for giving me your attention.
Thank you. Echen namadu dum no chokubeka. So mo prechi I went in mgbe okwu ya na okwu Igbo. Thank you, sir. So I get the chairman a vote of thanks before I make closing prayer. So I wait much announcement. Echi I ga bido na mgbe. Eleka yi riponkwem ayi bidolo. Nderi meri pu ta ndemaya pu echi ige wetecho wedum. Odu ba na mgbe eleka yi iri ayi bidolo. Ndo ule nwere nkuzi nje wekuzichani ege nwe ohere mgbe ndo ule abanka garia mari onwewe rikota nye nye suggestion. So I'm inviting Professor Zoe one day to give us the vote of thanks.
AKIRIKA mama akana ka okupu ke kajo ma de ku onu kota chakwae onu nda AKIRIKA munu watando le ga watakwano aisa tuonyo no do kom mama o to ni jibahana bananka kembo mototo amana nu kuso yen waba when do kwere buru mu zoba atansa huwe biko mama no the pastors and reverend na madudum biko mama ko bu no ba nde kuna yoku beke biko ada tino no mama ada tino madudum mama yente na ada tino mama kari uche mana nye denaka okoro no to hena gbagirigi nkedum ko to hena gbagirigi mbedum hia basanya odina nobu na Port Harcourt nko bunyanya wadama gba hwa biko mama no mama ko bu no ba o biko kwa odinita kwa nyibe hechi mebi echi mama kini ogede onye ma kini ogede echi maya ngokwanu yewe yakebe so mama no Chineke agedu anyo gozi anyo duru ala nkeri ma ya banudo.
Thank you, Prof. I got Reverend Dr. Walaka to please lead us in a closing prayer.
Bika iguzo n'ọtọ. Anyị na-ekele gị ezi Chineke dị mma. Anyị na-atụrụ gị mma n'ihi ọgbakọ a kemgbe ụtụtụ. Anyị hụrụ aka gị. Anyị na-ekele gị Chineke n'ihi ndị ji jee ozi taa. Onye nwe anyị ha emepeela anya anyị. Ha tụpeela anyị azụ. Ma akwụkwọ nsọ sọ bụrụ na Jehova echeghị obodo n'efu ka ndị nche mụworo anya. Ọ bụrụ na Jehova ewu ụlọ n'efu ka ndị na-ewu ụlọ dọgburu onwe ha n'ọlụ. Onye nwe anyị ihe ndị a niile ga-apụta ihe ma ọ bụrụ na ị ga-enyere anyị aka. Ya mere anyị achọ inye aka gị. Nyere ndị ATG aka. Nyere ụmụ AKIRIKA niile aka. Nyere anyị aka ka anyị gbakọta mee ka obodo anyị bụrụ ihe ga-enwe ihe n'aha Jisọs. Ma mmadụ gị Chineke nke eluigwe otu iji duo anyị taa. Duru anyị laa. Dughachikwa anyị echi. Naanị ị ga-enwe otito nsọpụrụ na nkwanye ugwu na ọjịja mma n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị. Ka mara n'udo nke onye nwe anyị Jizọs Kraịst, ịhụnanya nke Chineke na nwekọ nke mmụọ nsọ nọnyere anyị si ugbu a ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ezie naanị dị mma na ebere ga-agbasa anyị. ụbọchị niile nke ndụ anyị ga-ebikwa n'ụlọ Jehova ruo ogologo ụbọchị niile.
Shawty no big terrorist. Shawty no get guns. Shawty no get bombs. Shawty get a bum bum. She can touch up my back, you know. Shawty no get flex. Shawty too fine. Shawty still get character. Says my girl one blue. Shawty wanna blow my mind. Shawty please be mine. I'm down for you, be my wife. Says my girl one blue. Shawty wanna blow my mind. Shawty please be mine. I'm down for you, be my wife. DJ Edwin from the Wheel of Steel.